Hi everyone, we are building SentinelX, an AI-driven zero-trust cybersecurity platform designed for a world where privacy and security must coexist. SentinelX protects organizations without ever seeing their sensitive data, using AI, autonomous agents, and ZK cryptography. Cybersecurity today has a fundamental flaw. To protect users, system collects massive amounts of sensitive data, logs, behavior, identities. That data itself becomes a liability. Breaches, compliances, fines, insider threats, they all start with too much trust and too much visibility. Zero trust exists in theory, but in practice, it still relies on exposure. Our solution, SentinelX, flips the model. Instead of sending data to security systems, security comes to the data. We analyze behavior locally using AI, verify decisions cryptographically using ZK proofs, and enforce security anonymously using agents. The result, verifiable security decisions with zero data exposure. Here's the flow. A local Sentinel agent monitors behavior and calculates risk on device. Masumi autonomous agents reason about that risk. Midnight ZK circuits prove the decision is valid without revealing scores or logs. The dashboard shows only verified trust signals, not the raw data. We built SentinelX using production grade technologies, a React and TypeScript dashboard for real time visibility, local AI agents written in Python, ZK proof using Midnight, autonomous decision agents via Masumi, and Azure ready infrastructure for enterprise deployment. Privacy isn't a feature here, it's the architecture. Sensitive data never leaves the device, only cryptographic proofs are shared. No personal identifiers, no raw logs, no surveillance. This makes Sentinel-1X inherently compliant with GDPR, HIPAA, SOC 2, and future privacy laws. Zero knowledge is the missing layer in the cybersecurity. It allows systems to prove trust without seeing the truth. Sentinel-1X doesn't ask, what did the user do? It asks, can we mathematically prove this action is safe? This is how security scales without violating privacy. Security teams can't respond fast enough anymore. Sentinel-1X uses autonomous agents. One detects anomalies, one enforces zero trust policies, one responds automatically, isolating sessions, blocking access, or escalating incidents. No human delay, no blind trust. Now let's show the system in action. We will simulate a real security event from behavior detection to cryptographic verification to automated response, and a video link will be attached as below. Now this is how it looks once you install the code from the GitHub repo. So now you install all the requirement files of the pip using the virtual VNV. Once you install all the required files, go to the src directory in the Sentinel folder and then run the main.py file. This is the local Sentinel agent. It's monitoring behavior and computing risk entirely on device. Nothing is uploaded, don't worry. Now, this is the Azure backend JSON file in the local source setting.json file. You have to just copy the whole JSON format and I'll show you how to run it. So enter to the cd Azure backend directory in the Sentinel folder, then run the command .net build, and yeah, this is the format you get. The response of the func start. So the Azure backend, here we start the Azure backend. This is a process only verified risk proofs, not user data. Even the cloud never sees sensitive information. We're just having a local hosted cloud over here. This is a verification of the hosted backend and retrieved. You can see a success and a session ID, and it is being retrieved and executed very well with proof. Now we enter to the Masumi agent directory. Over here we run the detector agent.py file, and we run the response.py file, and we run the policy.py files, as you can see. And we get the estimated response and a stimulated response and an agitated response nearly. Now you can see the agitated response and the live processing decision making, and you can see the success and the failure of the active executions. You can see the success rate of 25%. Now after installing the npm packages, we run the front end of the website. As you can see, it is lively hosted at the port 3. We can access it from the Chrome. This is the live dashboard, You can see all the live data links in the backend have been processed in the front with all the potential proofs, and the stock analysis and the GDPR and the live data has been very well published. Thank you. Our market opportunity. Cybersecurity is a $200 billion market growing every year. At the same time, privacy regulations are tightening globally. Organizations need solutions that reduce risk without increasing liability. Sentinel 1X sits exactly at that intersection.